especially Zoe. How I think he's a generational talent.
By our big fella going on the point guard, we must keep the ball in. Oh.
Here is ball again.
Oh, give me the hot sauce.
The Bulls.
Big ball.
In this game.
Brandon Ingram, man, they'll let it go. He'll get the
Shot, Zoe. Oh, good job, Vooch, man.
Hurdle staying in the neighborhood. The ball away a beauty. Man, stops. Gary Clark about to check into the game for the Pels. And Brandon Ingram goes hard to the hole.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. I got a nice topic here for the people, man. I want to discuss something. I want to tell you why Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram, these guys are pretty much blossoming, being apart from one another. They've shown a lot of success. They've had success together, but it seems like these guys are taking off now in separate situations. Like I said, these guys have been attached by the hip. You understand, ever since Lonzo Ball has been drafted, it's definitely a sight to see watching these guys do their things in different lanes. You understand? And we're going to get all into it. Before we do that, hit that like button. And if you're new, you done stumbled to the right place. Most definitely hit that subscribe button. I appreciate y'all. Salute to everybody that's rocking with Flight Sports. You already know. Shout out to everybody that hit the live, hit that like button. Shout out to everybody that's supporting all of the content. We ain't gonna waste no more of the time of the people. Listen, we all know what's going on. Lonzo Ball had a sign and trade with the Chicago Bulls over the summer. He ended up in a different situation. He's in Chicago. They're a top seed in the East. Even when Lonzo was there, they were the number one seed, clearly. But New Orleans, on the other hand, they went in a different path. They had a rookie head coach. They didn't make any crazy moves to start the season. It seems like they was just rolling out what they was going to roll out and seeing what happened. Brandon Ingram has completely taken command of this locker room and this organization and this team. He's the undoubted leader. The troops follow him. He's got the backing of Willie Green. And now, as you can see, there's been some moves made where they've just acquired C.J. McCollum. Without Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram is balling. He's going to do his thing. I believe with Zion, no Zion, Brandon Ingram truly believes he can get this team to the postseason. So Lonzo Ball, on the other hand, this guy could be on a major run in the postseason this season, potentially with the Chicago Bulls. But if we just look back at their tenures, like I said, when they were together, it doesn't seem like Lonzo was backed by the organization in New Orleans, not to the extent, obviously, of Brandon Ingram. We got a multitude of reasons why, but nonetheless, this team did not have success in New Orleans. Lonzo's first year, he was there for 2 seasons. They finished in the 13th spot. They did make it to that play-in situation. They had a record of 30-42. They bombed out in the play-in. It really sucked. Give them credit. It was a stoppage in the middle of the season, so I'm pretty sure that affected them because they were rolling in hot prior to all of that BS that occurred. But nonetheless, last season, some say that's Lonzo Ball's best season, and he played with B.I., and Zion was available. They finished 11th in the Western Conference of a record of 31-41. As you can see, very lackluster when they were together. Like I said, it's not all their faults. You got to understand something. These guys had a lot of different head coaches, even dating back to Los Angeles. You go for Brandon Ingram's sake, he was coached by Byron Scott for 1 year. And then my man Luke Walton comes in for Lonzo. He works with Lonzo for 2 seasons. They leave New Orleans. They go to Alvin Gentry. Alvin Gentry is fired. They go and get my man Stan Van Gundy. As you can see, he was fired. So as you can see, there's a lot of turnover that was going on. That's why I'm saying I'm not going to 100% blame Lonzo and Brandon Ingram for why they couldn't have done more together, because I truly believe they had some levels and some more things to accomplish with one another. but we'll never see it. You understand? But these two obviously are friends. On and off the court. It is what it is. They've taken their own paths. Lonzo Ball last season in New Orleans, his stat line, he averaged 14 points per game. He shot 41% from the field and 37% from three. Like I said, some say that was his best season. But nonetheless, he did his thing in New Orleans. His first season in New Orleans, he averaged 11 points. He shot 40% from the field, 37% from the three. So Lonzo Ball's always showed some promise knocking down that three ball. So that's another thing. And that's no change over to the situation that's going on now with Chicago, averaging 13 points, 42% from the field, and 42% from three. As you can see, Lonzo's upped his percentage every single year, just about. And if we go to Brandon Ingram is doing his usual, hovering around 23, damn near 24 points per game. He's averaging 23.8. He's been averaging that for the past, I would say, 3 seasons. Right now he's averaging 22 points per game. But the seasons in New Orleans under Lonzo, he averaged 23, hovering around 24. And his percentage was 46. From three-point land, he averaged 38%. And that his first season in New Orleans under Lonzo, he averaged 39% from three. Right now, with no Lonzo Ball, he's shooting 34% from three. So it's a slight dip, and that's obviously because Lonzo's not kicking it out to you. David Griffin was not this aggressive when Lonzo Ball was present on the Pelicans. He didn't really make major moves to build around that trio that we thought was Lonzo, B.I., and Zion. But somehow Lonzo wasn't in the plans for whatever reason. But like I said, I guess we could save that for another day. But Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram are, coming into their own. And like I said, is apart from one another, and that's not a bad thing. These are two talented players, some of the top young guys in the league. They're going to be around for some time. These are very young players. This is Lonzo's 5th season. This is B.I.'s 6th. But they're very young players, so the sky's the limit, for this team. And for the Pelicans, it seems like they're going to squeak into the postseason. It's looking like with the additions that they've made. So it's going to be interesting to see. But Brandon Ingram has become a leader for the Pelicans, and Lonzo Ball is proven to be, like I said, the quintessential point guard in this league, a winning player, and has got the Chicago Bulls deadlocked, as one of the top seeds in the Eastern Conference. And like I said, ever since his departure, you could see some slippage in Chicago. His impact is evident. B.I. had a little injury situation this season that obviously wasn't as severe as what Lonzo's dealing with, but give these two guys credit. It's Flight Sports TV. We're going to leave it at that. Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram have shown success being apart from one another. And it's evident, it's clear, no debating. It's Flight Sports. Hit that like button. I appreciate y'all.